let's get creative and talk about 3 ways that you can use crystals on your personal growth and personal development journey. Now, I know a lot of people use crystals in the domain of like spell work and magic. That's not really my thing, but do what you do. I want to give you some ideas that are more in alignment with what I do as a life coach and assist you on your journey of goal achievement, habit development, stress relief, and self-discovery. Now, a prerequisite to most of these ideas and activities is that you already have a goal or a clear intention that you are working on and that you have selected your crystal. I do have other videos in this series of videos that I am doing on working with crystals. So if you haven't yet gotten clear on those things, you might want to check out one of those. But let's dive in. Number 1 is going to be using crystals in your systems and routines. As I break this one down, you're going to find that there are tons of tips in here. So you're going to have, by the end of this video, more than 3 ideas. I really recommend having systems and routines on your personal growth and personal development journey. Why? Just being frank and upfront, a lot of people have these big goals and these big changes that they want to make for their life, but they constantly have more excuses than motivation to move forward. If you have a system and a routine that you are adhering to as far as your goals and your daily intentions, you're going to be able to make more progress. So this is going to include things like having a morning routine, an evening routine, a self-care routine. But let's talk about combining crystals. A system that I really like working with is the lunar cycle. So each lunar cycle, each new moon, I go ahead and I set a new goal and I have detailed intentions that I'm going to work with during each day in order to help me achieve my overall goal by the end of the lunar cycle. What I would suggest that you do is select a crystal to work with during that period or whatever type of cycle or system you're working with. You don't have to use the lunar cycle. You can have a crystal that you're going to work with for the entire year. For example, this year I'm working with Vivianite as my personal crystal. A few years ago, I used Sunstone as my personal crystal on my journey of establishing a deeper connection with my sense of personal power and confidence. But whether it is selecting a crystal to work with at the beginning of the year, for the entire year, at the beginning of the lunar cycle, the lunar month, or the solar month, or the week, whatever it is that you want to do, I think that this is a good idea to learn more about crystals and to develop a personal relationship with your crystal. In the area of systems and routines, I also suggest that you have certain daily intentions, certain actions that you're doing every day, small, easy things that will allow you to achieve your overall goal. A few things that I like to do, one of them is journaling. I suggest that everyone give journaling a try. You can have a loose crystal and just place it in front of you when you're journaling. That's very, very easy. Another easy thing to do is to work with tools like crystal pens. I have a few here, some titanium aura, black kyanite, amethyst, and clear quartz. You can also find these crystal pens in the Higher Alignment Metaphysical shop. Some other things that you can do in regards to using crystals in your systems and routines, if you're someone who likes to meditate or to do certain types of visualizations or progressive muscle relaxation, you can simply hold a crystal in your hand when you're doing those types of activities. One type of meditation that I often suggest people give a go is yoga nidra. If you're doing yoga nidra, an easy thing to do is to lay in shavasana pose with a crystal in your hand and allow that to be your anchor and see how far you can relax, see how far you can release without falling asleep, and using that crystal as your focal point. And regarding your self-care routine, a lot of people like to take baths in order to release stress from the body and tension from their muscles. And this is a good opportunity to put water-safe crystals in your bath. And the important thing is that you choose water-safe crystals. I think a good category of water-safe crystals are quartz. Quartz is relatively easy to find, and you'll find crystals like clear quartz, amethyst, citrine. They are okay to go in your bath water. I know we did a lot in number 1, but let's go ahead and move on to number 2. A metaphysical practice that I like to use and encourage people to dive deeper into on their personal growth and personal development journey is dream work. Why? Because the dream world is the realm of the unconscious mind. When we're talking about personal development, most of the time people have these overarching goals, once again, that they want to achieve, or something in their life that they want to transform or shift or change. Now, breaking that down, if we're talking about a top-down approach, you have habits or actions that you are continuously engaging in that affect your external life and your external circumstances. You engage in those habits from your belief systems and your thoughts. If we dive even deeper, your unconscious thoughts and your unconscious beliefs are the ones that really run your life from the background. Now, you know I'm here giving you the tips, tools, and techniques that you can use for your self-care and personal development journey. But have you ever wondered about the crystal jewelry that I wear in my videos? I make handmade crystal jewelry, crystal-coated incense, and Florida waters, along with digital products like the self-help workbooks in my Higher Alignment Metaphysical shop. I'll put the link in the description box below. Go ahead and check it out. And now back to your tutorial. You'll find that in your dreams, you have the ability to observe your unconscious thoughts, your unconscious belief, your unconscious habits. And these are the things that you really want to be paying attention to and making a shift in if you want to create permanent, lasting, positive change in your life. I have an entire playlist on working with dreams for self-care and personal development. It's all in that spiel here, and you can go ahead and check out that playlist if you want to dive deeper into that. But as far as working with crystals and your dream work practice, an easy thing that you can do is go ahead to select your crystal, establish a connection with that crystal, and simply put it under your pillow when you go to sleep. This is also going to require that you have good dream recall and that you're writing down your dreams. So let's say you have established your goal, your intention, and perhaps you have a question or something that you would like to explore in the dream world. Go ahead, meditate on that with your crystal, put that crystal under your pillow, and then record your dreams for a few nights and begin to analyze the patterns that you are seeing in those dreams. Another thing that you can do is, if you're interested in crystal jewelry, I would say you could wear your crystal necklace to bed, but you don't want to get that damaged or wrapped around your neck in an uncomfortable way. So I do suggest having a crystal bracelet. This is an Aura Sunstone bracelet from the Higher Alignment Metaphysical shop. It has a magnetic clasp on it. It's very easy to put on by yourself, and you'll find that if you wear this to bed, it'll be a lot more comfortable for you. It won't get wrapped up around your body, and it'll be easy to sleep with. And the third practice, or the third way that you can use crystals on your self-care and personal development journey, is through crystal gridding. This is something that I haven't extensively talked about on my channel or in my live workshops. I haven't done this practice in quite a while, but it used to be a staple in my personal systems and routines. So let me tell you a little bit about crystal gridding. I'm going to use this grid as an example. This is a wooden crystal grid, and once again, you can find this and more objects in the Higher Alignment Metaphysical shop. But the way that I particularly like to work with crystal grids, having that goal or that clear intention already in mind, I would suggest writing it down on a small piece of paper and folding it up very, very tiny, because you'll see the grids have a pattern on them. This is the Flower of Life pattern. And so what I would do is fold that small piece of paper up to a size where it will fit in that center circle. Put that intention in the center circle, and then I will put a crystal point on top of it. And very easy, I would select other crystals that I would like to work with that are relatively small and that are going to fit on the different points on the grid. Go ahead and place them in a pattern of your selection. Now, the crystal grid, I would suggest putting it in a sacred space, like on your altar or even in your bedroom. And this is the perfect place to come to meditate and do self-reflection, and journaling in front of your crystal grid is going to allow you to deepen the connection that you have with the grid, with those crystals, with the energy, and it's also going to serve as a constant reminder of what it is that you are supposed to be working on, shifting your daily habits, letting go of unsupportive habits, and making sure that the new actions that you are taking are consistent. So once again, they are going to lead you to a lifestyle change. You can check out all of the crystal materials and objects that I've talked about in this YouTube video at HIYERAlignment.com, and I'm also going to pin some of them in the actual YouTube video. So go ahead and check those out if you're looking for new crystal objects or sacred objects to use on your personal development and self-care journey. I also have a free crystal programming workbook for you. It contains a step-by-step framework that you can fill in with your own activities that you can use to go from establishing your goal or your daily intention, making a connection with your crystal, cleansing your crystal, programming it, and actually using it. It's also going to contain some journaling prompts for you, as well as some additional resources, suggested readings, things like that. I'll include the link to all of the resources and the free crystal programming workbook in the description box below. While you're down there, if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, select the subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. And in the meantime, in between time, here are 2 more that YouTube thinks that you would enjoy.